So I used to go out regularly with one of my coworkers from Olive Garden because I used to work there, and we would go out to Hermosa Beach. And I remember this one night in Hermosa Beach by the pier, with Baja Sharkies, Patrick Mahoy, and all those bars. We would go there all the time. So we were out. The music was loud. People are dancing. Right? Feels like one of those nights where like anything can happen if you just stay open to it. So I'm in Baja Sharkies, and then I see her. I see this curly haired, gorgeous, like ridiculous. Like she looked like God opened up Canva, selected like leading lady, and went crazy with the premium features. You know what I'm talking about? To be real, she was beautiful in that way that makes you feel smaller. And it's not even like she did anything to me. You know what I mean? Like she didn't reject me. She didn't look down on me. She didn't even know I existed yet, dog. Like, but in my own mind, because I was younger, this was a while, this was years ago, so I've done the work, but in my mind at the time, the trial had already begun. Like the jury was in, and the evidence was overwhelming. The verdict was a given. The judge was going to be like, not for you, thwacketa, with the gavel. I don't mean to harp on this, but for real, like I saw her and immediately thought, that's not for me. Like she was a 10. Like later after we met, I found out she was an actress, which made perfect sense. Like you see her aura, you're just like, yeah, obviously. But despite being so intimidated, I approached her, and it wasn't because I felt worthy. Like my confidence called out sick, and my inner child was under the table wearing a helmet, bruh. But I approached because I grew up lacking confidence. Anyone who knows me knows I was never confident. I had to build the habit of doing it anyway, despite not having confidence. And that really matters. Like for some people, your confidence isn't going to come before the action. It's just not. Sometimes your confidence is going to meet you after you've started walking. So I walked over and we started talking. And the weirdest thing is, she was actually interested. Like she's laughing, leaning in. She's giving me her full attention. And a normal person might have been like, oh, tight shit. But that was too much for me. I couldn't even enjoy it. Like my body is there, but there was some part of me that's kind of just like watching the whole thing, waiting for it to go wrong. So I start making jokes. I'm like, haha, you're probably not that into me. You're way too pretty for someone like me. You're out of my league, right? They're like jokes, just absolute buffoonery, because I'm with this stunning woman. She's right in front of me. She's laughing. She's leaning in, giving me her attention, and I'm doing customer service for my own rejection. And I'm doing it all with a smile. That's the thing, man. Insecurity is so fucking clever, bro. It knows how to look like humor. It knows how to dress up like self-awareness. It knows how to pretend it's being playful when really it's trying to protect you from hope. Because hope is dangerous when you've been disappointed, right? Wanting something is vulnerable, right? Letting the moment be good without poisoning it first, that's pretty vulnerable, right? And so I kept trying to ruin the possibility before it had a chance to hurt me. So I'll never forget what happened next, because it haunts me, and it'll probably always haunt me, honestly. I made another one of those jokes. You're so out of my league, right? And this time she didn't let it slide. She leaned in close, and she like put her hand on my hand. We were by the bar top, and she leaned in close. Like she looked at me like I was a criminal. She just caught red-handed. I'll never fucking forget this. She had my hand and she said to me, "Why are you trying to convince me to say no?" That shit went straight through me, bro. Because I realized I wasn't even talking to her. I was projecting. I was talking to myself through her. I was using her as like a mirror for my own disapproval. So she wasn't the one saying you don't belong here. She wasn't the one saying a woman like me could never want you. You're not a millionaire. You're not buff enough. You're not tall enough. You're not handsome enough. You're not good enough. Right? She didn't say any of that. I did. And she caught me doing it. She fucking caught me doing it, bro. And we do this all the time. We do this with life. We do this with the job before we apply. We do it with businesses we want to start. We do it with the dream we want to chase. Right? We look at the thing, whatever it is, the body, the partner, and we say, that's not for me. And we say it so fast, so convincingly, that we mistake our own fear for reality. I want to say something especially to the man who feels rejected, right? Because I can relate. I'm not going to insult you by pretending like that feeling came from nowhere. Because maybe you have been rejected. Let's be real. Maybe you have been laughed at. Maybe you really have been invisible. Maybe you've watched women choose other men. Maybe you put yourself out there and you got silence or even ridicule back. Maybe life did give you enough evidence to make your cynicism feel smart. If anyone gets it, I get it. I know your reasons. I know you have reasons. Pain leaves its scars. But you can't let pain become your name, bro. You can't let rejection become who you are. Because once I'm unwanted becomes your identity, you're going to find that shit any and everywhere. I promise you. And worst of all, you'll start rejecting yourself so fucking fast, nobody will even get the chance to choose you. And that's not humility, bro. That's not realism. That's fear wearing wisdom's mask. That's not real. So the lesson I took from that night, man, is you can't argue against your own blessings, bro. You can't stand in front of an open door explaining why you don't deserve to go in. You can't meet someone's interest with a sales pitch for why you're inadequate. You got to let life respond to you. Let people respond to you. Let women respond to you, bro. Let the world give you a real answer before you bury yourself under the answer you're afraid of getting. You really don't have to believe you're perfect, man. I promise. You don't have to believe you're perfect. You don't even have to believe every woman wants you. I don't understand why that seems to be a thing. That mindset bullshit. You don't have to believe every woman wants you. You don't have to believe every single opportunity is meant for you. You do have to stop volunteering yourself for exile, though. You do have to stop making rejection your home. You do have to stop confusing your old pains as prophecy. Because, yeah, you know what? Sometimes you're going to experience rejection. And that doesn't say anything about you. That's just life. But you know what? Sometimes the world isn't even saying no. Sometimes life is leaning in, it's holding your hand, and it's looking you dead in the face, and life is asking you, why are you trying to convince me to say no?